ファルソキャチルクネードファイアボール。彼の目的は私を殺すこと。死体が焼け焦げていればすぐには判別できないでしょう。今は少しでも時間を稼がなければ。ニノスは私のそばに、あるかは御者をなさい。
What's going on, everybody? We just got done watching new Saga episode number 4, and this episode wasn't that good. It committed for me personally. And just as a reminder, when I put out any review, I know for a lot of you guys who have been here, you know, long time, not first time type deal, you guys know this. But for me, you know, this is very much my opinion, and there's certain irks and icks and things I don't like, and I just cannot let them go, and they do completely sour my experience for a show. Now, with new Saga episode 4, it committed to me 2 major anime sins. One, it spent a good portion of the beginning of the episode recapping, and not even recapping. It spent a good portion of the beginning of the episode showing us the same exact thing that it ended with. And specifically, it was him walking Sidonia, or I think it's her name, right? Yeah, Sidonia. It was Kyle walking Sidonia all through the same thing that happened last week. And there was an instance that kind of changed it to where Theron came in, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna swoop the princess," and he's like, "Oh, I can't believe we had the same idea." But basically, that's the only little change. But it was basically the same exact scene that we ended with last week, and then that cut into the OP. With the OP's about 2 minutes. Okay. So by the time we got back into content, I'm at minute 430. So I'm 430 into the show, right? So I'm 4 minutes and 30 minutes. I'm 4 minutes and 30 seconds into the show. So that is already ridiculous. Basically, they just wasted all of our viewers' time. Like, we didn't need to have them redo the scene again. They could have just picked up with Theron coming in, and they didn't need to redo the whole thing. I don't think any of our memories are that bad. Okay. Then they plot that we're going to save the princess, whatever, okay? And they finally go to save the princess at 6.5 minutes. Then they save the princess, you know, from like a bunch of beasts. And then the Hydra comes in at the 10-minute mark. Kyle fights the Hydra, which was an okay fight. Nothing stupendous. It's not winning an animation award. It's not, you know, it's not trying to take Demon Slayer's lunch or anything. Like, it was just a very budget fight scene where he blows up the Hydra and he returns back to his gang at 15 minutes, okay? So now we're already 15 minutes into the episode, and that's all that's happened. You could say there's a little bit of dialogue in between. Then they try and wake up the princess after he washes up. She finally wakes up at minute 17.5. So 17.5 minutes in, she finally wakes up, and then she tells us, the captain of the night guard, whatever, he's trying to kill me. And everyone goes, "What? No way." Okay, so now we're 20 minutes into the episode. Then they commit the second mortal sin. Then she was like, get in my carriage, and I'm going to tell you why. One of my biggest pet peeves in anime is when they have a scene of like, let me tell you what's going on, and then they cut to black. They literally just sitting there in the carriage, just looking at each other, not saying anything, as if like the princess was like talking. Then they show the night guard's face, and he's just, and this is 22 minutes in. Then we get another like literally 22 minutes, and the show ends at 23:40. So we get a minute 40 of the ED. 60 seconds before they showed Mr. Face, they could have just been explaining to us. I'm sure that it's not going to take more than 1 or 2 minutes to explain why he's after her or whatever, which they're going to cut back to it next week, and they'll probably like show us she'll probably like, though, that last 2 minutes, they'll probably start off the episode with those 2 minutes again. But one of my biggest pet peeves is say they're gonna say something and then not saying it and then cutting to black and be like, tune in next week. It's like, that is just garbage. And it's like, you could forego, like you could still have the credits run, but make them transparent. And you could forego the full ED that we've already seen 3 times, the OP that we've already seen 3 times. And you could do a Mashoko Tensei type deal where like she could have just been explaining it the whole time, and then they just cut to the last scene of next time, reunion at dawn. But they don't do that. And I get it's a budget anime, but these are just simple choices that they could make that'll make the show better. But instead, they wasted 4.5 minutes with the OP in the front end. Then they waste another 2 minutes on the back end. So they waste 6.5 minutes of the runtime. So we end up with this, and it's out of 23, almost 24 minutes. So we end up with about 17.5 or 18 minutes of content. But as I kind of ran you through, 75% of that was just them fighting off a couple of demon dogs, and then Kyle goes to go fight the 8-headed Hydra, which he's only ever fought a 3-headed Hydra before, but now he's gonna take on almost triple the heads, and he just blows it up casually. I get he's kind of OP or whatever. They could have just made it a better fight. Yeah. 6 out of 10. It was fine. You know what I mean? But it committed the 2 things that they're really big pet peeves of mine. And I really find it hard to let it go. Like, it really poo-poos my experience. Just getting, as a viewer, and especially me who I review it each week with you guys, it's like, hey, my time's precious. For me, it's kind of one of the things where it's like, I'm watching it, you're watching it, our time is like the most valuable currency that we have. Outside of that, you're also paying for like your Crunchyroll subscription, or, even if it's not this show, right? You're paying for your Crunchyroll subscription, your High Dive subscription, your Amazon Prime subscription, wherever it is that you're going to watch this show. Typically, I'll watch the show on Crunchyroll, and then I'll go take to the 7 Seas to go, and I'll download the episode off of one of 3 sites, and then maybe I'll do a torrent if I have to, right? But I go and I watch them with the services that I pay for legitimately. And then I come back and I download the episode so I could take screenshots and stuff of it. And for me, I spend even more time because I come and I record my review, edit it, put it out for you guys, and it's a shared experience between me and you. And, we get to talk during in the comments. I get to see you guys' opinion about it. But it's just like our biggest currency is our time. And when we get it wasted, like when an anime wastes our time, it just feels like a slap in the face. Like it just feels, I don't know. It just feels dirty. You know what I mean? It feels dirty. It's like they hyped up. It's like a store hyping up a certain drink. It's like, yo, come at 6 o'clock, and you come there, and then they hand you like this little baby ass little sip of a cup. You're like, what the freak is this? Like, yo, wait, like I waited in line for an hour to go and support this place or whatever. You had me a little, anyways. I don't know, guys. I'll see you guys next week. New Saga. This episode sucked. Hopefully episode 5 can redeem it now with the princess. Hopefully they don't waste their time. But if it continues to waste my time as a viewer, I'm gonna respectfully drop it. See you guys next week. Sucks. I like this anime too. Peace out.